starting lineup is Egan, Dalton and Loynes, 3 key inside midfielders for Carlton. So they've gone with their tough girls to start the game to really grind it out. But I think to lead from the front as well, to really start them off on a great positive, strong note.
So we're all set for a big final quarter here at Richmond Oval. Plenty on the line for both teams. And the first free kick of the last quarter will go the way of the superstar. Back in the lineup today, Erin Phillips. Great to see her out there. The best player in the competition goes towards centre-half forward. Gum kept her feet, kicks it towards the pocket. It's going to be a foot race. Ponta, who's been very quiet today after kicking 4 goals last week. Malaifi has done an excellent job on her. She wins that ball, kicks it into the pocket. Out of bounds on the full. Just the 5 disposals for Ponta this afternoon. Hasn't hit the scoreboard.
Great result there for Carlton. They'll be able to set up their nice shape around the back of the football here to start to rebound and really go forward in a really strong way.
Adelaide have set up well defensively here, though, so the Blues will have to be precise. You can see Hosking working at half-back. Downey, or Dalton it is, and that's the pressure that we're talking about. The Crows have now adjusted their defence, you would think. So it might be a bit harder for the Blues to get the space that they've got for the first 3 quarters. Egan backtracks, nice composure. Drew, Gum, got it to Hosking. Edwards sits under the football, takes the mark. Sarah Allen is back there for the Crows. So the kick will go towards Harris, who called Loynes out of it. Takes her 6th mark of the afternoon. Has players queuing up in the corridor if it can get there. It's a great kick. Opens up the whole ground. Here goes Walker. We know she's a speedster. Takes 1 bounce. Runs to 40. Can she get enough on it? Can't quite. Just through for 1 behind. It was a great kick from Taylor Harris to open up the whole field. And Brooke Walker, we know she loves to kick a goal. Has 8 career goals. Couldn't make it number 9.
Yeah, I think just then that she didn't probably expect the speedsters in Adelaide to keep up with her, and she thought she was out. Probably just finished off and probably should have hit up a target so far out.
That was a great chase from Eloise Jones. Didn't give up on it, just got a fingernail in. And that's what it might take in this last quarter to win this game. Adelaide have used the corridor pretty well when they've had their chance at halfback. That kick, not Marinov's best. It's going to be a tough ball to gather. Bouncing all over the place. Edwards did well. Shoveled it out into space. Mules. Again, they'll try and use the corridor, the Crows. Metcalf with a push against Egan. So young Grace Egan, who's been super impressive in her first season, coming up for disposal number 14. 4 tackles. Will go wide, as Daniel Harford has spoken about, using the full width of the ground. Harrington this time will go long. Hatchard's got back there to fill the gaps. Took a nice contested mark. Short to Marinov. Doesn't really like what she sees up ahead, so again, just pops it 15 metres further to Hatchard. And now the Crows will look to use the corridor. Cox has a player on if it can get there. Harris read it beautifully. Couldn't take the mark. Najra Allen, back to Sarah Allen. No relation. Foley. Kick to centre-half forward, although a whistle's been blown. And there's going to be a free kick going back to the Crows. It'll go the way of Sarah Allen. Was going to kick it to Foley. We didn't see or caught Moody coming off the bench late, so good decision not to go there. Eloise Jones from 50 puts it into the pocket. Gum in the goal square, and Gum has given away the free kick. So she was in front, Courtney Gum, but umpire spotted her holding on to Sarah Hosking. Well, Jess Hosking it was who kicked it to her sister Sarah. And they'll switch the play again, the Blues. Good kick. Harrington has Edwards wide if it sits for her. Marinov giving chase. Did well. Great support from Plain. Blues have got numbers up ahead if it can get out the back. Great work from Rajcic. Good contest with Walker. And then Lee got back there. Cox. Good kick. Mules. So just a bit of a lull in this game at the moment. Played in between the arcs. As we're joined by Jess Foley on the boundary. Jess, can you please give us an update? How's the ankle?
Oh, yeah, it's a little bit sore, but yeah, I wish I could be out there at the moment.
Must be a big ask for your ruck partner now, Metcalf, her first game for a long time, but she's going to have to carry the load this last quarter.
Yeah, I've thrown her in the deep end a little bit there, but she's doing a great job. I mean, Carlton have some excellent ruck options there, so she's holding up her end of the bargain.
Jess, what do the girls need to do to get over the line today? Obviously, they've been great at the contested footy. What do they just need to polish and refine to get over the line?
Look, it's just a battle of attrition. I think you know, both teams are really going hard at the contest, and it's just going to see who battles out for longer, because it's pretty tight out there.
Well, thanks for joining us, Jess. We wish you all the best with the ankle injury. Hope it's not too serious, and we'll let you get back to the action because it's game on here. It's alive.
Thank you very much. Go Crows.
It'll go Crows as Phillips trying to inspire her team. No free kick. There's a Crows player down in the background as Gum will receive the free kick this time. We're going to stop play as there's an injured Crow back on the 50-metre line. It's Eloise Jones, who's been in the wars a little bit today, hurt herself earlier in the contest. You can see they're struggling to get to her feet. So the umpires stopped play. Halfway through this last quarter. Either side yet to kick a goal in this fourth term. So she'll come towards the bench. They're already one down, the Crows. We just spoke to Jess Foley, so
obviously Foley just said it's a hot footy out there in a really tough contest, and that's another body that's come off worse for wear off such a hot footy. It's going to be a contested tight game to the end, and they've got 9 minutes to really either break it open or grind it out.
So this break in play has given everyone a chance to get inside the Crows forward 50, so there's huge numbers down there. Carlton will use those numbers, and a clever kick from Hosking because Adelaide had set up the wall. There was only one free player and it found Stevens. The kick wide to Hosking, has Egan in support, got to her, but again has nothing to kick to, so has to go short, finds Brazzali, and she'll now just have to wait for the forwards to reset and get back into position. Adelaide have got 2 free players behind the ball, and that's a poor choice of kick from Brazzali because that's where the Adelaide defenders were waiting. Although Allen couldn't take the mark, gives the Blues a chance. Although a free kick has gone the way of Sophie Lee. So Lee will kick it to a big pack of players. Phillips flies at the back, couldn't take the mark. Plain falls fortuitously to Dalton. Has Vesio out the back. She's looked dangerous all game, Vesio. Can she use her experience to keep the ball in front? She can, gets boot the ball, kicks the goal. And the Blues skip out to a 9-point lead midway through this final quarter.
We said all day that she's been bubbling away and she had to do something a bit dramatic and a bit special here, Vesio, to get her first goal on the board today, and that's a fantastic finish under extreme pressure at the goal line.
Clever finish from Darcy Vesio. Used her body beautifully to keep her opponent out of the contest, and then was able just to quickly, with quick reflexes, get boot the ball. And we're now looking at the Blues causing a boil over against the reigning champs. They're up by 9 points as we go down to Sarah Ollie, boundary side.
Coach Daniel Harford extremely pumped then. The double fist pump from the coach after Darcy Vesio's goal. I was here 2 weeks ago, Lee, when St Kilda almost got over Adelaide. The crowd here had a massive part to play in the Crows getting over the line. Let's see if they find their voice here.
Well, Daniel Harford coaching from the boundary line, and we're just seeing Adelaide coach Matthew Clark leave the coach's box to also go down to the boundary to get a message down to his girls as the kick goes inside 50, but the Blues, they take another intercept mark. Gabby Pound, and again, they'll stick to their game plan. They'll use the full width of Richmond Oval. Oh, that's not a good kick though. Poor kick from Egan, turnover. Ponta, we know how lethal she is with ball in hand. Goes short to Hatchard. Bree Moody gets back in defence for Carlton. So Hatchard will have to try and spot up a short kick. She doesn't have anything to go to, and it's a wobbly kick, and it'll go back to Egan. So playing a bit of kick to kick, those two. And that time, Egan was a bit safer, but just a little bit too high for Wilson. So a couple of kicks in a row that didn't find their mark, and it gives the Adelaide Crows a chance to set up with a stoppage inside their forward 50.
Important for Carlton here to get around their young kids. Egan, she's had a couple of missed kicks here, so making sure the teammates are getting around her and making sure to tell her to just move on and get to the next contest.
No Jess Foley for the Crows, so Hatchard will do the ruck herself. Grabbed it out of the air, tried to find a teammate by hands. Gum, we know she'll lift. Benefit of the doubt, no throw. Hatchard, Gum again, well done Blues. Vesio a long way from home, supporting her defence, and so's Taylor Harris. Both forwards working back into defence to help their teammates. And we're joined by Coach Matthew Clark. We see, sorry, Matthew Clark down on the boundary line. He's not going to speak to us. He's got bigger things to worry about at the moment. Just trying to get some instructions to the girls, because Carlton look like they've got this one in control. If they can get one more, and a block's going to be paid. They had the 2v1 Adelaide. Sophie Lee got in the back of Stevens. Goes short to Egan. Can she find a target this time? Prasparkas is deep. So's Vesio. Gives it to the user in Stevens. High ball. Allen will sit under it. Drop the mark again. Campbell. High kick, and it'll fortuitously fall to Rychich. Short to Marinov. Now the Crows don't have much of a forward structure to kick to, so Hatchard has to wait, try and create something herself. Ran herself into trouble. Marinov, clever, pops it over to Gore. Now they've got the free player. If it can get to Allen, backing back. McAvoy with courage. Terrific courage from the youngster. Kept her eye on the football and is rewarded with a free kick. And time is starting to work against the Crows now. Alex, 4 minutes, 4.5 to go, and they're going to need 2 goals.
Definitely, Lee. Particularly Carlton's backline. They're holding their shape so well that every time the Crows look to come forward on their counter-attack, they're second-guessing themselves and just fumbling that tiny bit like Carlton were in the first half.
Well, a couple of poor kicks in the last 5 or so minutes by the Blues have given the Crows a chance, but as you touched on, their defence has been rock solid. And they'll get numbers back once again, Carlton. Stevie Lee Thompson, just the 7 disposals, hasn't kicked a goal this afternoon. The Carlton defenders have done well on Ponta and Stevie Lee. McAvoy, high kick. Stevens did well. Brought the ball to ground. Brazzali got there and he'll kick it to space, but Adelaide have got a couple of free players sitting up in the middle of the ground, and they'll look to attack again. Great pick up from Considine at her ankles, and the kick wide to Gore, trying to cut it off Wilson. 2 youngsters go at it. Foley, now Allen, high ball, fourth's gonna have to sit under it. Vesio now trying to play as a defender. Downey with experience, and Vesio, cool head. Kicks it wide, finds a teammate, Egan. Tapped it into the path of Wilson, but they've always got the extra number, the Blues. Pound. Harris, got a few Crows to beat. Tapped it into the path of Loins. Has Prasparkas to her inside. Hatchard, strong as always. Great tackle from Stevens. Caused the turnover. Plain has a runner. It's Brazzali, but again has no one forward to go to. Harris and Vesio are back in defence, so again they'll kick it straight to Rychich. Hatchard to Sarah Allen. Carlton have just camped back in defence now. The crowd want her to go, but she sees all Blues up ahead and is forced to kick it to them. They did well though, the Crows. They got a contest. Metcalf's gone to full forward. The unlikely hero's already kicked one. She turned her back, had Gum running towards goal. Still has a free player on if she sees her inside 50. But looks like she wants to take the responsibility on herself, Rhiannon Metcalf. Kicked the opening goal of the game. Her first career goal. Missed all of 2019 with an ACL. Can she kick a bomb from nearly 50? Gives it a ride. It's going to be off target.
Very interesting matchup by Daniel Harford. I think he's obviously knows Erin Phillips stands up in the big moment, so he's put Chloe Dalton, who will be able to run with her all day and probably take the cake for strength as well. So it's a great matchup there, and hopefully we can see that battle out right to the end.
Yeah, and it's a full tag, I think, too. Half knows who the match winner is for the Crows. Prosparkis. They're just going to wind the clock down. The Blues. This is the advantage of having Daniel Harford on the boundary. He can get messages to the runner and to his team really quickly. They'll know the situation. They'll know there's only a minute and a half until they can somewhat redeem last year's grand final loss, although they give the Crows a sniff here. Foley, high ball, dangerous spot. Vesio being clutch in this last quarter. Veteran.
She's playing a bit of a small defender there, Lee. Not sure what's got her down in the defensive 50.
She knows that they just need to not concede a goal. So she's used her experience and got herself behind the ball. And they're doing this well, Carlton. 8 points, minute to go. Adelaide are going to need something from this passage of play. Hatchard won't give up. Allen, Loynes, happy just to ride the tackle and take it out of bounds. And they look like they're going to win this one, the Blues.
There's a few sore bodies out there, Lee. They're taking a little bit longer to get up from these stoppages. It's been a hot footy out there and a lot of contested footy.
They're going to need a goal from this stoppage, the Crows. Phillips and Marinov are in there, but so's the experience of Loynes. Just tries to get it out of the area. Walker got the speed advantage on Rajcic. She can keep her feet, does. Has Stevens. That'll see us out, you would think. Brazzali has been awesome in this last quarter. Will pop it out towards Edwards. And Carlton are now going to win this one. Has absolutely nobody up ahead to kick to, so she's going to run herself, handball it to herself. Oh, bit stiff. She handballed it to herself, but the umpire, no sense of theatre.
We saw Rocky Cranston in round 1 do that and actually kick the goal herself, so.
Well, what a coaching performance by Daniel Harford. They had a game plan, they stuck to it, and the Blues have caused a boil over against Adelaide on their home turf.